Now, I don't want to get sidetracked because I want to stay on point, but even within Christendom, we have these issues where the religion is supposed to be helping to develop us. I don't know if I put that quote on the board or not. But sometimes, because of the fear of the moving of the Spirit and so forth and so on, we use it to restrict people. And so it becomes that which hinders us from growing. Because we're afraid of the Spirit and so forth. And so rather than taking us deeper into God, we become restricted by our religion. You know, when they say, don't do this, can't do that, do this. And people now are boxed in and confused. One say this, the other one say that. So that even and your mind is your greatest asset. I want to let nobody tell you, you know, mess with this right here. It's your greatest asset. Don't let people put their fears on you. So understand, first of all, that all your life you are a work in progress. Yeah. Say it again, I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. God is working. That doesn't mean that you're bad. We use that in the negative. It's like, well, you know, be patient. No, this is not talking about that. As a good person, you are still advancing. You're still challenged to evolve. You're challenged to grow. You are working. God is not through. In the teacher's commentary, this is what it says concerning that same scripture, Hebrews 6. Do not be content to live in the basement of Christian experience.
Wow.
I like that. I gave my life to the Lord, saved and all that, and that commentary says, don't be content to live in the basement of Christian experience. Rather, let us, look what it says, advance, rise, elevate. I underline a certain word because I'm going to zero in on those and talk a little bit more, open it up. Uh-oh, that is evolution. Let us evolve. Now, it's not about changing us as a species, but even as a human species, we are still. See, the scripture confirms this, that God has put eternity, infinity in our heart, except that no man can find it out. Meaning there's an infinite presence of God conscious in you. You don't even know your own greatness. I think it's in the treasure of David in Psalms quoting about man fearfully and wonderfully made. In the treasure of David, that statement, he says, I marvel at myself when I see me the way God sees me. I'm a wonder to behold. Creation takes notice of me. I'm God's prized creation. I'm the only thing made in his image. That I'm the only creature here in the earth realm, physical as well, that have the ability to have relationship and communication with God. You are a marvel. But you can focus on the trivial stuff so long that you miss the wonder that you are.
Yes.
How great you are. How brilliant you are. The Bible says you are fearfully. Fearfully, that's actually the same word for reverent. Isn't it amazing? God said there's a reverence about you. Your creation is unique. But we are struggling with low self-esteem all of our lives and miss what the word says, just how brilliant you are. You are glory to behold. Creation got to reckon with you. See how you can miss the real truth about you?
Yes, Lord.
If you're not careful, even religion can blind you to your own uniqueness. I preached this years ago. What happens when the thing that brought you to God becomes the same thing that hinders your growth in God?
Amen.
said, don't get stuck in the basement of your Christian experience. Move on. Grow with God. Evolve. Advance. Rise. Elevate. I don't know about that because elevate here means the same thing to advance or to rise. It also means to upgrade. Y'all upgrade phones all the time. So why you upgrade what you use but won't upgrade you? When the new phone come out, it's time to go to the next level. Why aren't you going to the next level? In life.
Yes, Lord.
We're going to be quick now. I got about 20 more, 25 minutes. On a new plane now, so we're working with the time restraints a little different. So y'all going to help me preach?
Yeah.
Touch somebody and say, upgrade.
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 Touch the next one and say, upgrade.
Upgrade.
I ain't talking about your phone, I'm talking about you. Upgrade. Time to upgrade.
Upgrade.
Elevate is to rise or upgrade and evolve. Look what Paul, this translation says, rather let us advance, rise, upgrade, and evolve. Look, in our quest for perfection, let us evolve, grow, or advance in the knowledge of God and the things of God. There was a time that we called everything ghosts and spirits. We didn't know. When the thunder rolled, we thought it was God clearing his throat and all. But thanks be unto God, we upgrade. We understand that when clouds hit together, it's still, God created it all. But my point is, we can explain because we've grown in our knowledge of how things work. Why aren't we growing in Christendom? So he says in this translation, let's look at the word, evolve in your quest for perfection. That is right there. Panorama used that same Hebrews 6, used it this way, but I'm picking it up. Move from foundational truths in order to get to know God better and learn the true meaning and purpose. That word purpose, teleos, is the Greek, which where we get purpose, climax, fulfillment, reaching its goal, maturation. So it uses purpose, it uses the Greek word teleos, which actually is that, the true reason for something and reaching that. To learn the true meaning and purpose of life and living. What he's saying is, if you're not careful, you can be so stuck on the trivia. You miss the whole reason for your life and for living. Why God made you, why God created you, why you're here today versus 200 years ago. What you're here for, and the power you have to leave an imprint on the earth that you've been here. What's going to be your statement that say I was here? You can miss. This is why our children need help, because God knows. They're drifting, wandering, searching for identity, doing all kind of crazy stuff, but it's a crisis within. And it's all it is trying to find meaning and purpose for life. And that's our job to help them. But we can't help them because we arguing over the way to baptize and the formula and the junk and the trivia.
Yes, Lord.
Say thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
I can brace a second. We're going to move quickly after this and just have to get you into the thinking of where I was going. You with me?